I'm Katie.
And I'm Erin.
And you're listening to Ropedrop and Parkhop.
Luckily,
we're not frazzled at all.
Our SD card was very full and we were struggling with it.
We need a tech person on our staff.
It's time to hire out. Everyone knew our SD card was full, right? Because last week's episode just ended all of a sudden.
We're trying not to have a repeat of that.
You should have seen us. We went to go push the end button and we're like, wait, that isn't the right color.
Wait, it's not recording. Luckily, it caught a good chunk, right?
Yeah.
So I think we're okay.
Yeah.
Deep breaths. Here we go.
I'm going to just stare at the button the whole day today.
Yeah, sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's read a review really fast, and then we'll get into some news, and then we will finish last week's episode and read some menus, and we'll be good to go. All right. This week we have, we had a spoiler alert last week for our 1-star review coming up this week.
One star.
This is it, guys. Hanstein, thank you so much for your review. I don't think you meant for it to be 1 star, but here we go.
You're hurting our algorithm.
Hands down, my favorite Disney podcast. 1 star. We love it so much. Katie and Erin are amazing ladies that will get you through all the tips and tricks for a magical Disneyland vacation. They give you updated news, share their real opinions on what's going on in the parks, like if a ride is actually that great or not. I'm looking at you, Roger Rabbit. And amazing to their fans. And their kids' podcast is amazing, and my 5- and 3-year-olds love it. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Maybe they mean like, you're number 1 star.
I think that's what they meant.
Probably.
Yes.
We love it.
We will take it.
Yes, we'll totally take it.
Thank you so much. And this is your weekly reminder to please leave us a 5-star rating if you're so inclined and a review.
We're going to need at least 10 of you to leave us 5-star ratings to undo the damage of the 1 star.
It's not really that damaging. It's fine.
Have you ever heard that for every negative thing somebody says about you, you need like 7 positive things to overcome or to balance?
I bet it's more than that.
I agree, because I remember all the negative things people say to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You absolutely do. Our brains are funny.
So I got new shoes.
Good.
Let me tell you a story. I got Jordans. I've wanted them for a while.
Super cute.
And
they're Airs?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're Air Jordan Elevate.
Nice. They're cute.
They look a little orthopedic.
No, I like them. I have some that are kind of like that. They're
Do you?
Pink. Uh-huh.
Okay, so I've wanted them forever and ever and ever, and I finally bought them. You know, kids these days, when they get their Jordans, they don't want creases.
Yes.
I need these dang things to crease. Like, I need this leather to break in.
They're very stiff. They're not my favorite, like, walking around Disneyland or the airport or whatever.
Really?
They're not the ones I wear for traveling. For sure, but they're very cute.
They're so cute, and I really need them to break in. Really, the tongue is my issue right now. The tongue is like stabbing me in the ankle every step I take, so I'm really waiting for that to crease.
Yeah.
But they're very stiff.
Yeah,
but they're super cute.
Yeah, they're very cute. And they'll last you a long time.
Will they?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, the sole is like 3 no, it's not really 3 inches, but it's like 1.5 inches. I got
that
lots of
sole down.
I love them. I think they're very fun, and they're very cute.
And they're a nice neutral white color.
And they're a nice neutral white. And they're Jordans, which means like I'm super hip.
Yes,
right?
you are.
I'm with it. Have you ever watched any of the Austin Powers movies?
Uh-huh.
I'm hip. I'm with it. Ducka, 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 ducka.
Macarena. Okay. News. There's a couple of big news things that happened. One of them, like right after we were done recording, right?
At the gates?
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're slowly becoming Disney World. Next, we'll have the walk-through scanners, maybe.
And they're going to scan your fingers.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Maybe.
I'm talking about, like, security. Maybe that's next.
I wish that would come first, because it's so much easier.
It is way easier.
I wonder if... Okay, what we're talking about is Disneyland announced that they're going to be renovating the entrance gates.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. Well, I mean, they are very slow right now, especially for the people that need their pictures taken. And I don't know. I feel like at Disney World...
Do you feel like the fingerprint's quicker?
It depends on if it works or not.
Right.
That's about 50% of the time for me, I feel like.
So I wonder if that's part of it, is they're going to put the fingerprint stanchions in, and which would probably increase, which I think would go hand in hand with Magic Bands Plus doing more.
Yes.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And being more of a benefit to use at Disneyland.
Right. Because you would go... Well, I mean, I guess you could scan your ticket as well.
You can. I would say probably most people at the gates at World
use
are
Magic
using Magic
Bands.
Bands.
But they're also using them as their key to the world, right? Their room key, their charging.
Which, when they introduced Magic Bands Plus, they did say that functionality was coming eventually to the hotels.
So I wonder if this is step one.
Maybe.
Like just kind of starting to change out some of the technology. Maybe. I don't know.
And you'll be able to use them for purchases too.
Which would be nice.
Yes.
So nice. They also said that they're going to be making them a little bit more ADA compliant, which...
I mean, as it is right now, they're pretty ADA compliant. The people in wheelchairs are going through the middle.
Yeah.
And not through the turnstiles. But
if you haven't been to Walt Disney World, the gates at Walt Disney World are just open. Right. There's not a turnstile. There's not a place where you have to go through if you're in an ECV or a wheelchair or with a stroller. Right. They're kind of just open and easy to get through.
It always kind of blows my mind how they keep track of who's actually scanning or not. How do you stop somebody from just walking through?
I think that
they
every
walk
time.
through and just start running.
Right.
Like what?
You just run and you hop on Everest and you're good.
Right. There's probably a camera keeping track if you lose track of the person
and somebody
that takes
waiting
off running.
for you to tackle you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Security is everywhere.
I don't know. I'm curious. And I also want to see, these are the things. Okay, Dear Disney, since we're renovating this anyway, let's add early entry gates. A lot of people are wanting magic key gates.
Yes.
So let's add some specialty gates on the ends.
That'd be great.
That'd be great.
Yeah, because if they can make the regular gates faster, it makes sense that they would have separate gates for the other things.
Yeah. And they used to have early entry gates. And I don't understand still why they're not back.
Yeah.
So hopefully this is a sign of good things to come.
Yeah. I hope that they don't change the look too much of the Disneyland side.
I was thinking that too.
DCA, I mean, that one's been changed up a couple of times already, so I don't really care as much. But Disneyland's pretty...
It's lovely.
It is lovely.
And it's nostalgic. And you know how we feel about nostalgia around here.
And they better make it so they can still put the pumpkin heads on it when they're finished.
Right. Little bucktooth Goofy.
All right, some Downtown Disney updates. Never fear, friends. Earl of Sandwich is not going anywhere. Well, they are.
They are.
But they're
sticking
going
around
somewhere. Yes.
They're going to a food truck.
They're going somewhere twice.
Yes. First stop, a food truck.
Yes.
By Star Wars Trading Post.
What?
When? Do we know when? Do we have a date?
No, I don't think so. Let me look really fast.
Soon.
To see.
And then they're going to end up on that western end, and they're going to be a 2-story deal.
So it'll be kind of similar to what they've got going now, where there's a quick service, and then upstairs will be like the sit-down, like the tavern, right? Yep.
Also, Downtown Disney news. I think people were sad, disappointed, I don't know, to hear that Tortilla Joe's is leaving, which I didn't realize this, but now I do. Tortilla Joe's is owned by the same parent company that Paseo and Centrico is owned by. So they're also going to be open a place called
Tiendita.
And
where
it's going to be
was.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh.
So Sprinkles has been closed for a little bit. That's just been sitting empty.
That's a good spot for it.
And so it's like a little quick service.
A little quick service Mexican.
Paseo and Centrico.
Yeah. So it might be something similar to what we have now with Tortilla Joe's, quick serve, something quick and easy to grab.
Yeah, very cool.
Which I think that's great because we talked about this. We need more quick serve options in Downtown Disney.
Totally. We totally do. I just hope they have cupcakes.
On a vending machine.
Yeah. Dulce de leche cupcakes.
I would really like a vending machine where I could just order my food and it comes out in a vending machine.
I like it. Like hot chocolate.
It's already made. It's already there. Just
what's the name? Oh, Illy. Illy is the name of the hot chocolate vending machine.
Chocolate
we need one of those in Downtown Disney, especially
I need one of those in my front yard.
Yes, the last few times I've been, I've needed some quick serve hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And not wait in line at Starbucks. So
I've mentioned it on here before, but if anyone ever flies through, well, Sacramento specifically, but any airport that has an Illy vending machine, get the hot chocolate. It's so
yummy.
Good. And it's really hot. Really hot.
All right. Haunted Mansion is officially closed for now, and renovations are underway. I don't know. There's a lot of speculation on where things are going, but nobody knows for sure what it's going to look like when it's done. There's some concept art for the gift shop area. I haven't seen any for the new exit or the new queue specifically. So.
Apparently, though, the queue is just already, doesn't look like it did 2 days in. Like they've already made some changes.
Got some demolishing going on. Kind of crazy. So there's a secret cast member entrance that was already in existence before. And there's some speculation that that's where the ADA compliant exit will go.
The word secret seems a little generous.
It's through it's
through a tombstone.
Yeah, well, like a vault, what do you call it?
A sepulcher.
Yes, a tomb. An actual tomb. All right. What else do we need to talk about?
Closures?
Yeah, let's talk about some closures.
This actually, we could have talked about last week, but I was not on the ball with my closure updates.
Well, we were trying to process the indefinite closure, right?
Of
Radiator Springs. Is that what you're talking about?
I actually didn't know about it until after I left.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, shoot, probably should have mentioned that.
Yeah.
Radiator Springs is going down for a week. It's closing on the 26th of February. I almost said September.
Mm-hmm.
That's wrong. Of February, and then reopening on the 2nd of March.
Right.
So
it's not even indefinite now.
It was last week. It would have been indefinite.
Mm-hmm.
This week we know the end. It's a week. But bad news, Incredicoaster is closing down on the 4th of March indefinitely. I'm going to assume it's going to be a week.
I bet it'll be back open by Food and Wine start, which is that coming weekend after that.
I think they're probably just running inspections on these.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about it before. Radiator Springs really could use a long closure. And I know it's disappointing to hear that. And I know that everybody, oh my gosh, the interwebs were alive with people really frustrated and stressed out that Radiator Springs is going to close.
Ready to cancel their trips.
Right. I don't think, is there any attraction at Disneyland that you'd cancel a trip over? And to be fair, we go frequently, right?
Yes.
But if it was a once-in-a-lifetime thing for you?
No, I feel for people that are coming from out of the country, right? If you're coming from Australia or England or wherever, I did see someone posted the other day, they're coming from England, they've planned their trip, and you have to plan it pretty far in advance when you're coming from that far away. And they were wondering, any speculation on whether Rise of the Resistance will be open while we're there. And there's no way to tell.
No.
Like, you kind of just have to go with the flow. We talk about pivoting a lot, but I know that would be a hard one if that's why you're coming. If you're a huge Star Wars fan, like that ride is pretty epic. It would be hard to miss.
I wish that, you know how they release their whole year of calendar or like after dark events and things like that?
Mm-hmm.
I wish they could give us, because they know ahead of time. I wish that they could give us a good 6 month to a year refurbishment calendar.
Yeah.
Like, this is when, and these dates are tentative,
right. We
but
could move
plan
these
on,
around.
right.
Yeah.
But plan on right now, this is when things are going to be closed.
Yeah.
It'd be really nice for people who are doing things like that. I mean, it's a worldwide destination.
Yeah.
So it'd be really nice for people who are Star Wars fans wanting to see,
Or Cars fans. That's,
Yeah.
I mean, people come for Radiator Springs when they come to this coast.
To California.
Yeah. We haven't done a Dear Disney in a long time, but there's our Dear Disney.
I mean, if anyone's listening, Disney.
They totally are. Okay. Is there anything else?
Well, yes. Also, if you're in the trip canceling mood, Redwood Creek Challenge Trail is also going down on the 4th of March indefinitely.
It just came back up.
I know. I'm guessing, really, honestly, everything's probably getting zhuzhed up for Food and Wine.
They got to make sure that zip line is in tip-top shape.
That's right.
For Food and Wine.
Make sure that the nets have no holes so the kids don't fall through.
Yes. So the tipsy parents don't have to keep as close an eye on their kids.
That's right. That's like a daycare center.
Right?
You just go in there,
sit
take
on a bench.
Wine,
Yes. Enjoy
grab a snack.
Yep. Enjoy that Snickers macaron.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Snickers. The frozen Snickers macaron.
That's right.
And then a reminder, Pixar Place is opening officially a week from today.
So
and
fun.
Also, this is really not news, but Disneyland. I'm kind of proud of you guys with your ear game lately. Like a whole bunch of
There's
New Year's.
some cute ones.
And they're cute.
Mm-hmm.
The Valentine's ones, I think, are really cute.
They are cute. And there's some fun Valentine's merch out there, too. And the popcorn bucket.
Is really
Love
cute.
that popcorn bucket. I'm tempted. I'm sure it won't be around. Well, maybe.
Probably not.
Maybe they'll have some extra boxes.
Just tuck one aside for us.
I will say there was plenty of Christmas merch still out when Heath and I were there.
Really?
A week and a half ago. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Tons.
It doesn't usually happen unless Oogie Boogie or Christmas. Apparently they overestimate people's spending.
When were we there and there was Valentine's merch out? I mean, it was shortly after it reopened, so they were trying to run through their over-ordered COVID merch. But
well, they didn't reopen to us. We
Right.
weren't there until August of 2020.
Is that when we saw Valentine's? I swear they put Valentine's merch out
maybe
in the fall.
Maybe. I don't remember. You know my brain is mush.
And then when we went for, was it Gumball Rally, and they still had the Christmas trees up in the middle of DCA.
Yes.
In the water. At Pacific
Speaking
Wharf.
of the Gumball Rally, it is coming up.
Yes.
There's still time to sign up.
Let us know if you're doing it. We would love to cheer you on. That'd be fun.
I found out this week that one of our good Instagram buddies is doing it for the first time ever.
Aww.
And I'm sad.
Because you want to be there?
Yeah.
Aw.
It made me sad, and
Yeah.
I almost was going to text you and be like, Katie.
Nope, not this year. I think it's going to have to be an every other year thing.
Right.
Especially since we are getting to go on a fun travel agent training coming up soon. I think
Oh, wink, wink. Nobody knew about that.
I think we hinted at it a little bit last week. We
maybe,
talked
but we talked about
going in
it. We
February.
talked about it on our Patreon Zoom call.
Oh, maybe that's where it was that we mentioned it. Well, there you go. Hey, guys. We're going to go do some training and some site tours. It's going to be awesome.
But Katie doesn't know this either. This is a teaser, and I'm not going to tell. I'll tell Katie after we hint in the recording. But this particular friend of ours that's doing the Gumball Rally for the first time ever is going to be a guest on our podcast.
Oh, fun.
A couple of weeks after.
Cool.
And we're going to recap it.
Oh, good.
So
you'll still get to hear about the Gumball Rally.
Because we love the Gumball Rally so much.
It is way fun.
And it's super fun.
I'm interested to know, are they doing just Disneyland again this year?
I think so.
Okay.
I think they've said that. I think they've said it's just too expensive to do hoppers for everybody, that it's not Magic Key.
That makes sense. I think it would be fun to do just a California Adventure scavenger hunt, though.
Yeah.
Don't you think? To switch it up a little bit?
Yeah, I just wonder if they feel like there's not enough to... Because, I mean, we end up doing, 22, 23 attractions. Yeah. Is there enough to do that in... I mean, I guess you could put on there something like do a class at the Animation Academy and share the picture of your drawing.
Yeah.
With the date written on it or something, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you could still take up a whole day doing a scavenger hunt in California Adventure. You just wouldn't be doing as many things. I don't know. I think it would be fun to switch it up.
I know it would be fun to switch it up just a little bit.
Because I just feel like we've been on those Disneyland rides so many times looking for stuff now at this point.
I know. I will never.
And we've only done it twice.
I say this every single time. I'll never ride Haunted Mansion without counting the crows that are above the gravestone.
Yes. Or the snakes in Indy. It's owls, yes. Or the
stupid little speakers
/
Space Mountain.
vents on Space Mountain.
Oh, the memories.
Pretty fun.
Anyway, if you're a local or if you have plans to go down there early February, look into the Gumball Rally. It's really fun. You'll never look at attractions the same. It's a great way to spice things up a little bit and do Disneyland in a whole new way.
For sure.
And have a really good time. And also meet some really fun people.
Yeah, I was going to say the people there are fantastic. The people that run it are fantastic. And you meet a lot of like-minded Disney fanatics like you.
It's super fun.
And me.
And I think that's really it.
I think so.
You've heard us talk about Anchor before. Anchor was recently acquired by Spotify and has become Spotify for podcasters.
And we love this interface. We've been using it for a long time, and we feel like it is super user-friendly. It made it so easy for us to start a podcast.
Yes, and we have equipment available to us at our local library. You know we love our library, and that's where we record. But if you don't have that available to you, Spotify for podcasters allows you to record and edit all from your phone. And upload to Spotify, obviously, and any other podcasting platform you can think of, such as Apple Podcasts, Audible, Amazon Music, anything.
Yeah. And you have the option to do Q&A with your listeners. You can monetize your podcast through subscriptions or through ads. It's super user-friendly, super easy to do.
And best of all, it's free.
And it's free.
And there's no catch. So if you're interested in starting a podcast, and you could today, you want to visit www.spotify.com/podcasters or download the Spotify for Podcasters app.
And good luck. Go start a podcast. Our podcast is brought to you by Mouse World Travel. Imagine going on the most stress-free, well-planned Disney vacation of your life. Now imagine you didn't pay anything extra for that personalized service. That's what you'll get when you use an authorized travel planner from Mouse World Travel to book your next Disney vacation. From resorts to cruises and everything in between, they are here to help you get the most out of your next family trip. Just go to mouseworldtravel.com, fill out a short request form, and make sure you mention our code Ropedrop so they know that we sent you.
This episode is brought to you by Honeysuckle White. If you're looking for ways to make mealtime healthier in the new year, make your favorite recipes with turkey from Honeysuckle White. Take the pressure off. Keep it simple and tasty without sacrificing flavor for nutrition. Whether you want a delicious sandwich or post-workout protein, Honeysuckle White turkey can do it all. Visit honeysucklewhite.com for recipe inspiration and to find retailers near you. Honeysuckle White. Eat what you love.
Okay, let's finish up last week's episode.
Part B.
Part B. Now that we have our technology figured out.
And it's still recording, in case anyone's wondering.
Yes, we're good.
I'm looking at it.
We
it's
are
red.
good. It's
we're
red.
good.
Yes. Okay, which makes no sense to me. Red should not be record.
Red
I think
means
green
stop,
should be record.
right?
Yes. Whatever.
Well,
it's
maybe
fine.
maybe you push the red to stop it.
Yes.
Maybe that's the idea because you push the green to start it.
Yes.
It's ready to go. You push it to start.
That's fine. It's just backwards in my brain. I don't know. But we've got it figured out. We're good. We're recording. Okay, so a few things that I missed last week or that we recorded and you didn't get to hear because we weren't actually recording. I tried the Wine Country Trattoria restaurant for the first time. Heath wanted something pasta-y.
Carby.
To carb load.
Yes. Not a turkey leg.
Not a turkey leg. Turkey legs are for after the race. Protein is for after, apparently. So it was fine. I will say it's not a must-do for me. And I will say that if you're going to go there, request outdoor seating. We were seated inside by the kitchen, and I didn't love that. And we were kind of right next to another table.
Isn't everything better outdoors?
Yes, unless it's cold, which
True.
I was prepared for the cold. And it was actually a nice sunny day, so I was thinking it would be nice to sit outside.
But the one day
that
it was beautiful and sunny when we were there last month in 75-degree weather, you were chattering.
I was still cold then,
next
too.
to me in the sunshine.
But I was prepared this time. I had my winter jacket on the whole time, so
You took
I
your
was good. And I had a beanie for every day. It was
I bet
great.
people thought you were a local.
Probably.
Totally.
Yeah. I fit right in.
So you didn't love being right next to the kitchen door?
I did not love being right next to the kitchen door. I had...
That's weird.
And I'm not a pasta person. This is it's Italian, right? So, and I think a lot of people go there for the wine experience. So, and I wasn't drinking. So we had calamari. That was really good. I had a tomato salad that was good. Heath had a lasagna.
Did he like it?
He said it was fine, like not the best
Mid.
lasagna. Mid.
What'd the
There
kids
we
say?
go. Yes.
When they're
Mid.
trying not to crease their Jordans, they say it's mid.
The boys and I at 6 every night, I make them take a technology break and we watch Jeopardy. And one of the categories the other day was something about mid. And I remember Noah being really excited about the category, and then it ended up not being what he thought it was.
Mid-century modern. He's like, yes, I know this one.
It was words that started with MID is all it was. But anyway.
Have you ever done the Disney Jeopardy? The Disney Jeopardy?
Is that online?
It's on YouTube.
Oh,
we
okay.
should get together and do that.
That would be fun.
Let's do it. Let's do it soon.
Yes.
We do it occasionally. We used to do it every week. We've kind of faded out. They do one on Sunday night every week. I'm not even going to say who does it. If you've watched it, you know. They're kind of spammy, clickbaity.
Okay, yep.
But anyway, it's really fun.
Okay.
And we enjoy it.
That
we
would be
should
fun.
do it.
Yeah.
Your kids would like it too, maybe.
It would be fun to do that for a Patreon Zoom, maybe have everybody log in and watch the YouTube together.
Yeah.
That'd be really fun. Disney Jeopardy night for the Patreon. I love it. Okay. And then a couple of other new-ish things that I wanted to talk about, or new things that I didn't particularly know about.
Okay.
We decided on day 3, so we had 3-day hoppers. We decided that we wanted to add a 4th day on so that we could go into the park and get a picture with all of our medals.
Oh,
once
yes.
Heath was finished with the race.
Of course,
and get a turkey leg, right? So I went to the ticket booths because we were in the parks when we decided to. And the lady, when I walked up, I explained the situation. And she was like, oh, the reservations are gone for this weekend. Or what day were you hoping to add on? And I said tomorrow. And she's like, oh, there's no way. There's no reservations left. And I said, well, we're staying at one of the resort hotels. And I know there's a different pool of reservations for that. And she was like, oh, well, why didn't you have the hotel help you then?
so friendly. But I bet, too, to be fair to her, I bet she gets this question 100 times an hour. You know what I mean?
Probably. Like, are there any reservations left? Are there any exceptions for me?
Not.
Right?
No,
yes.
there's not.
Right.
You know.
Everybody wants an exception for themselves, right?
Right. But
anyway,
also, why didn't you?
Go to the hotel?
Yeah.
Because we were in the park when we decided to do it. I didn't want to go all the way back to the hotel to ask. We just we were hopping to DCA, and I was like, I'll just stop by the ticket booth and ask. And why?
And why bring it up? Her.
That they're...
Why not just be like, oh, in that case, let me look. Like, why say, wow, why didn't you walk down there?
Because then she made it feel like she was doing me this huge favor. She went and talked to a supervisor.
She was very put out.
Yes. She was gone for probably like 10 full minutes. Then she came back.
She went and had a cigarette.
Yes. And told me they were going to make an exception for us. And we'll go ahead and do it for you.
Which feels like 2024 Disney customer service and not like 2015 Disney customer service to me.
Yeah. I feel like I try to give them some grace because I know they get beaten down all day, every day with people being not nice to them.
Right.
And so
especially since all of these rules are in place.
Yes. I'm overly patient and overly nice and just like, you're going to catch more flies with honey than vinegar.
And maybe she needed you to know as an exception. Maybe she saw in your face that you were a podcaster.
She did. She was like, she's going to talk about this on the podcast.
And everybody's going to show up.
I need to let her know that this is not the norm.
Did she make you prove that you were a guest?
No, actually she didn't. So
interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. What's funny is, so I sent Heath on ahead. The lines to get into DCA were long because it was park hopping time.
Yes.
So I sent him ahead to get in line to go ahead into the park or to get up to the front. By the time I was done, hopefully, ended up taking longer. He was already through and into the park by the time I was done. But by the time we went and scanned in, I noticed that she had made the reservation for Monday and not Sunday.
Oh.
And so rather than going back to the ticket booth and getting reprimanded, I waited till we got back to the hotel for a break, went to the front desk. They were able to fix it super easy. So.
I'm curious if, since you were in DCA, if you could have just dipped out into the Grand Californian and talked to a concierge there.
Maybe.
Yeah, and just been like, hey, I don't want to walk all the way over there.
Yeah. I mean, we were taking a midday break anyway back at our hotel, so it worked out okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And you were able to go in and take your pictures.
That's right.
With your medals.
Yes, and it worked out great. One of the days we got a multiple experience pass for Big Thunder because it was down when we had a Lightning Lane reservation. And
this is important. I know what you're going to say.
So Pirates, for those of you that don't know, yesterday Pirates is officially a Lightning Lane Genie Plus ride.
Which, let's pause really quickly and look at it. I just looked a minute ago. It is 9:09 Disneyland time. And currently, the wait for Pirates of the Caribbean is 5 minutes. Currently, the return time for Genie Plus is 9:10.
Yeah. So I don't think this is going to be a hard one to get a Lightning Lane for, but it is going to make the line feel longer later in the day as people start pulling Lightning Lanes and they're letting more people in through the Lightning Lane than the regular lane. Anyways, we decided to try the multiple experience pass on Pirates because typically in the past you have gone to the exit for rides that don't have the Lightning Lane. So we were walking by. I just talked to a cast member at the regular line and said, "Hey, where do we go to use this?" And she's like, "Oh, right there to the left." So I haven't seen pictures of it yet, but I'm assuming
they're
that
using the left lane.
Yeah, that left lane is the Lightning Lane. They gave us a little card that said, please present this to the cast member at the front of the line.
Fancy.
And they will help you. So
I watched a little Fresh Baked. Shout out Fresh Baked. Isn't that what everyone yells when they walk past?
Yes.
Anyway, I was watching Fresh Baked earlier this week, or I guess late last week, and they were already filtering standby just through the right side. They didn't have anybody going through that left line.
And that it kind of felt like they were doing that when we were there. Yes. At different times of the day.
I wonder if that was kind of a test to see how quickly people could get through if they're all pushing through one line.
Yeah. I don't know. It's so crazy, right?
Right.
And I wonder if once they got to the front of the line, if they were loading onto both boats.
Maybe.
Because normally when you're on the right-hand side, you're just loading into that back boat.
And that could be the combining point right there, too. You know, sometimes they'll hold the Lightning Lane line and let the standby line go through.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So it could be that they're loading both boats from both lines.
Right.
I'm curious. We'll see. We'll see in a few weeks.
And I'm also curious to know if DAS Pass, is that going through the Lightning Lane or are they going through the exit?
I'm going to guess they're going through the exit still.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking that they did that prior, right?
Right. But you also could use a multiple experience pass in the exit before too.
Right.
And not now. So I don't know.
But multiple experience passes are Lightning lanes, which they have a whole designated Lightning Lane now. So I would think...
But most rides, when you're using DAS, you're using the Lightning Lane, right?
Oh, that's true. So mobility for sure is going to go through the exit.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Let us know if
anyone's there and sees it, tell us.
Yeah.
And if not, we'll just experience it for ourselves in a few weeks and we'll report back. But we've kind of talked about how, I've complained. I've lamented because I think it's kind of a lame change and we'll see if it's permanent. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But
it may go the way of Little Mermaid and stay permanent. I don't know.
Did you see that they've put in any scanners for?
They hadn't yet when we were there.
So I wonder if it's a cast member scan where they're going to do it with phones or devices, whatever,
until they decide whether it's permanent or not.
Yeah.
I I don't know why they have those stanchions. I don't know why they wouldn't just put them in, make it easier on
they
themselves.
have the little poles that were there before.
Yeah.
The holes in the ground.
Because cast member scanning takes a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I had one grumpy. I want to say it was there. It was. It was when we used our multiple experience pass. Mm-hmm. She was scanning it for us and
was annoyed.
I swiped too fast on the screen and she was like, go back to that first screen, please. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I thought it scanned. Like her thing lit up. I don't know. I was trying to be helpful. Move things along.
Sorry, ma'am. So sorry. Please let me ride.
Guys, most of the cast members are so amazing. And she, I'm sure, is amazing too. Maybe she's having a bad day. Maybe it's her personality. I don't know.
Maybe
just be nice to everybody.
Didn't have a good breakfast.
Maybe.
That morning. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Okay. I think that's all that I had to share to finish up last weekend.
I feel like there was something else. Oh, no, that was 3 things.
I think so. I think that's it. If I think of anything else, I'll sprinkle it throughout the episodes in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, and by the way,
I know. Episode 1, I don't know what episode number we're on, but this one is an evergreen episode. It's just going to keep on going.
Keep on keeping on.
Okay, we're going to take a little break and we'll be back to read some menus.
Get excited. Woo-hoo!
Inspired by the life of the savvy and ambitious Colombian businesswoman Griselda Blanco comes a new Netflix original limited series. Griselda tells the story of a devoted mother who, with her lethal blend of charm and relentless savagery, creates one of the most powerful cartels in history. Witness Sofia Vergara's captivating transformation into the godmother of the underworld. Griselda, now streaming only on Netflix.
Menu reading time.
It's the Disney Delicious Dish with Aaron and Katie.
And Alec Baldwin.
Right.
Because that's the best episode of Delicious
Oh my
Dish.
gosh, yes.
Mr. Schweddy.
If you are an adult,
go watch it.
Go watch.
You've probably watched it.
Probably.
You already know. You know. If you know, you know. Although, maybe we should. Maybe it would be ASMR if we talked like this.
That'd be so good.
Katie.
Let's talk about dumplings.
Let's talk about
your excessive rat problem.
What?
You need to go rewatch it. She says,
I do.
Yes. She says, I can't leave cookies out for Santa because of my excessive rat problem.
Let's talk about Yuja.
Yuja.
Which is a thing. Let's talk about Yuja, which we just Googled because we didn't know. It's on the menu quite a bit this year. On
this
Lunar.
is the buzzword this year.
Yuja. It's yuzu, also called yuzu. Here, let me read it to you.
So it's the same as yuzu?
Apparently.
Okay.
So this is what I found. Yuzu is a fragrant and sour citrus fruit that originates from China or Korea, but is most often associated with the food of Japan. Also referred to as Japanese citron or yuja in Korean. Yuzu is a hybrid citrus variety, a cross between, in case anyone knows, it's a cross between the ichang pepita and a sour mandarin orange. It's yellow. It looks like a lemon, but apparently it's more orangey. Yuja. And so it's on the menu quite a bit.
Yeah. I like the way that they do Lunar New Year and like incorporate bunches of different Asian cuisine.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, it's Lunar New Year. You can't just be doing Chicago dogs for Lunar New Year. You got to incorporate some Asian cuisine.
Chicago dogs. I mean, not just focusing on one specific Asian country. Like, it's a bunch of different ones.
I agree.
love it.
And last year, too, there was a lot of confusion because it was the year of the, what was it last year?
It was the rabbit and the cat.
That's right, the rabbit and the cat.
Oswald and Hortensia, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so they took Lunar New Year from 2 different cultures. Mm-hmm. And because one was a cat, one was a rabbit.
And mashed them up.
And how convenient that it worked out to be Oswald and Hortensia.
Speaking of that, before we get into the menus really fast, it will be a new meet and greet this year at Lunar New Year, which is Mei-Ling. What's her name?
Mei-Lin.
Mei-Lin.
But she's Red Panda Mei-Lin.
Yes.
Isn't she?
Yeah.
What is this year's? Lunar New Year. What is
year
it this year?
The
year of the dragon?
Maybe.
Which I feel it's very noble. Yeah?
Yeah, I would like to be a dragon.
Year of the dragon.
I think I am a goat.
The
What
dragon.
are you?
Maybe a snake. The dragon is also associated with the years 2012, 2000, 1988, 1976, 1964, and 1952. So if any of you were born in any of those years, you are a dragon.
We should be the same. We were born in the same year.
No, I wasn't. Remember, I'm 11 months older than you exactly.
Oh, that's right. You're 78.
Mm-hmm. We don't need to tell
I'm sorry. I will cut that out.
Just kidding. It's fine. I think I'm a snake, but let me check.
I'm a goat. I don't love it.
I hear goat is very delicious.
To eat?
Yeah.
I've never had it. I've had lamb.
I really think I'm a snake. Why can't... Find it. You're
I got
obviously
it.
there.
You're a horse.
Am I?
Yeah.
Not surprising.
So you are Horace Horse Collar.
Oh, I like it.
I'm the goat on Big Thunder Mountain. What's his name? Does he have a name?
Have you ever watched...
Dynamite Jack?
I was going to say, have you ever watched the movie Hoodwinked?
No, but I know what it is.
It was one of our very favorite. When my kids were kids, but there's a part in it where they're blowing up a mountain and somebody says, there's a rabbit that's like cracked out the whole entire time.
Nice.
And he says, Dynamite! So I was going to say, that's the goat on Big Thunder Mountain is Dynamite!
Yes. I'm either that goat or the goat in the Muppets Haunted Mansion that screams in the elevator.
That's my favorite. I'll take it.
Yes.
Okay. My menus, guys.
We're getting there. Man, we've had some of the Yuja pineapple cooler already, apparently.
Yuja pineapple cooler is going to be located at Wrapped with Love, and it is
That's going to be one of the foods.
non-alcoholic.
Oh, we got drunk off of non-alcoholic something.
Pineapple juice, Yuja puree, rice,
Uh-huh.
and condensed milk. Oh, maybe they mean rice milk and condensed milk,
Maybe.
like 2 types of milk.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's rice in the drink.
Unless it's like pureed rice. Sometimes they do that to make it like a milkshake. But I bet it's rice milk.
That texture sounds terrible to me. Pureed rice and condensed milk garnished with a cherry and coconut foam. Coconut foam. We've got some gastronomy happening.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Wrapped with Love also is going to have a couple of food items. There's going to be steamed pork and vegetable dumplings and fried lemongrass chicken dumplings. I love dumplings.
Me too. And fried dumplings sound amazing. Lemongrass chicken fried dumplings with plum
sauce.
So good.
The other one
I
has a
would try
black
that.
garlic sauce.
I like it.
I'm a sucker for the dumplings. Okay, so that's happening there. That sounds pretty good. Bamboo Blessings is another one. Oh, that's where they're going to have that Mickey Mouse shaped hot dog bun.
Which is so cute. I've heard people say that it's a little bit on the drier side.
It looks dry to me.
Yes, but it's so cute. It's very Instagrammable.
It is, and I feel like that's the only reason people would buy it.
I feel like you maybe just need a big vat of ketchup to dip it in while you eat it, or mustard.
Kenley hates ketchup. Hates it. Like, if you even talk about ketchup around her, she like dry heaves.
Gross.
She hates ketchup.
That's funny.
This one also has something that I think sounds pretty good. I'm not a macaron fan. You are.
Mm-hmm.
Strawberry milk tea macaron. Strawberry buttercream with milk tea center. I would try that.
It sounds too sweet to me.
Does it?
So the only reason I really love the raspberry rose Mickey macaron
It's
is
the
because
raspberries?
it's because it's got that tart to cut the sweet. All right. So we've got at Bamboo Blessings also a Lunar Punch cocktail. That one has alcohol. Coconut rum, mango nectar, tangerine and grapefruit juices, banana and coconut syrups, garnished with a purple orchid. And orchids are edible, friends. So
There's also, though,
it.
a non-alcoholic version, which is the Lunar New Year Punch, which has the mango nectar, the tangerine and grapefruit juice, banana and coconut syrups. So you could do a mommy and me drink there,
Yeah, I
or
like
a daddy and me drink.
and then do a boomerang with you cheersing.
Yes. Cheers and boomerangs are the best.
The Lotus Flower Glow Cube is available at most of these beverage booths, and it's pretty. I've seen it before. They had it last year, I think.
I love glow cubes. I have a little spot in my drawer that has a bunch of glow cubes.
But just so you know, you can only buy 10 per person. So
Oh, yeah. Limited. 10 per person, per transaction. So you could theoretically go to every single one and buy 10 each.
Oh my gosh. I mean, if you're having a party or a wedding coming up, that might be a fun little souvenir to give people,
really
right?
fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be really fun if you're having a wedding.
Yeah.
Put your glow cube, put a lotus flower glow cube. What does the lotus flower mean? Is it lucky? I feel like it's lucky.
It's lucky or peace or something like that.
Longevity?
Sure. I'm going to look that up.
Yep, I'm looking it up.
While she's looking that up, there is another booth called Red Dragon Spice Traders. And these sound yummy to me. This is a spicy fried rice with tofu and crispy peas, yum, or a red spice fried chicken bites with fried chicken chicharrones. It sounds very Asian.
Chicharrones, isn't it?
Chicharrones?
Chicharrones.
Sure. In spicy red chili sauce. So that's kind of like a Latin
little
twist on an
fusion.
Asian. Yeah.
A little fusion food.
Yeah,
okay.
I like it.
This would actually be perfect for a wedding. So if you here's a helpful hint. If you have a wedding coming up and you have a high budget,
Take all your friends with
take
you
all your friends, 10 per
and have
transaction.
them buy lotus flower glow cubes.
The lotus flower symbolizes purity, overcoming adversity, and rebirth.
Oh, I love it.
I do too. Have it at your wedding.
Sounds like a wedding.
If we've helped you, invite us.
Especially if you're getting married in Hawaii or anywhere in Southern California.
We give good gifts. At that same Dragon Spice Traders booth, they also have a guava whiskey cocktail, a peach. What's a Collins? A peach basil Collins.
I've heard of it before. We are obviously not drinkers, but
Yet.
I've heard people order a Collins before. I don't know what it means, though.
This one's topped with Topo Chico.
It must have something to do with the gin.
Maybe. Anyway, it's got Thai basil syrup. No, that doesn't sound good to me as a drink. I love Thai food and I love basil. Where did we get? Oh, a couple of years ago, 2021, when we went to California and Disneyland was still closed, Knott's Berry Farm was having a bunch of food festivals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we had a basil lemonade at it. It was terrible. And I love basil.
I like basil too, but not in a drink, I don't think.
And I won't do
But
it
I
again.
know they do put it in lots of
Let us
cocktails.
know. Let us know.
So, there you go.
Prosperity Bao and Buns is popular.
Yes.
Guess what they have? Guess.
I can't.
They have bao
I mean,
and they
it's,
have
it's
buns.
right here.
Bao and
I don't
buns.
want to guess. I might be wrong. I feel like this one is tucked back in the Paradise Garden grill area,
Okay.
if I remember correctly from last time.
This is probably,
So it's kind of a hidden one.
and you got to find it.
You got to go find it.
This is probably my favorite menu item right here.
Nice.
I would eat it also, but it's also just my favorite one to say, the Kung Pao Bao.
Kung Pao Bao.
I like Kung Pao chicken.
And it's vegetarian, so that's fun.
Plant-based chicken, toasted peanuts and scallions, and then they have a barbecue pork bun.
Which
Oh.
kimchi mayo sounds yummy.
That does sound
And a
good.
garlic chili crunch.
Yes.
Yum.
If you're going, try that and let us know if it's delightful,
Yes.
because it sounds really good.
I love it.
But Kung Pao Bao, isn't that kind of fun to say?
Yes. Totally
Hold
is.
on, back to our delicious dish. Kung Pao Bao. Say that. It's fun.
It just rolls off the tongue.
Kung Pao Bao.
Also, at Prosperity Bao and Bun,
I'm sorry,
we're getting
guys.
back into regular speak for just a minute.
Okay.
The Tsingtao with frozen mango beer foam. Tangerine, dragon fruit,
Mango beer foam. They've done that before.
Hefeweizen.
Hefeweizen.
Oh, sorry. The print is
Hefeweizen.
over the top. Hefeweizen, which is German, probably.
It is for sure.
There's another good.
Isn't that what
mashup,
everybody loves
a merry
down in Epcot? It's the German
The
grapefruit beer.
Hefeweizen.
Mhm. They've done the mango beer foam before.
Okay.
I don't know if
I
it
don't
was.
recognize it, but all right. And then there's a grapefruit panda pool party. That sounds like a good time. Brewery X Grapefruit Panda Pool Party.
Interesting. I wonder. That's not a Hefeweizen, but grapefruit. Like I said, that's the most popular, or at least that's what I hear. Germany people love the grapefruit beer. So I
Yeah,
wonder.
There you go.
if it's good.
And then there's a lychee IPA, if you're an IPA fan, and a dragon beer flight.
Oh,
which
that's got
comes
everything.
with all of them.
Yeah.
So that would be fun.
That would
Try
be
them
fun.
all.
Okay, moving on to Lucky 8 Lantern. Katie, they have a quesadilla egg roll. They had it last year.
Yes,
this is
I
returning.
remember, but I haven't tried it. So
And a mandarin orange and mousse cake.
why are we slap happy? We should have had a drink. Made this worth it.
We can't read the description of the mousse cake because we probably wouldn't handle it well. But if you'd like to go
Let's
read
do it. Okay, I'm gonna read it. No, I'm not. But Alec Baldwin could.
You can go read it yourself if you'd like to know what it is, but it's a cake.
It sounds good.
It does sound good. We're just not.
It has the sweet and the sour that I'm looking for.
We're just not adult enough to read it
Nope.
today.
Aaron is crying, you guys. Let's talk about the alcoholic beverages at Lucky 8 Lantern. The hibiscus apple sojurita. Are you okay?
Yes.
And a mango melon cocktail, which that one sounds good. It sounds fresh. Mm-hmm. And another lotus flower glow cube. So just visit all the booths and buy 10 glow cubes at each booth, and then
Yep.
you'll be good, right?
Yes. Longevity Noodle Company is another one, and it's very popular.
Yes.
garlic noodles, which I hear are delicious. They're not the same as the ones at Ohana.
Oh, yeah.
In Florida.
Right.
But I hear they're very good. It's just long noodles tossed in a zesty garlic butter with Parmesan. And then they have...
Sounds like kid food. It sounds like my kids, like when they didn't want marinara sauce.
Totally. Buttered noodles.
Buttered noodles.
Yes.
That sounds yummy.
Fun story about Kenley. She had a little journal. Have I told you this before? She had a little journal, and it was like, it would ask a question every day, and then there was like 5 lines underneath. And so you're supposed to do it every year for 5 years to see how your things change. And one of the questions one year was, well, it's what's your favorite food? And she meant to write buttered noodles, but I think she was like 6 or 7 at the time. And so she didn't know how to spell noodles. And so it's buttered nuddles. Nuddles is how she wrote it. So anytime we ever have that, we're like, buttered nuddles.
We're having buttered nuddles tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the shrimp lo mein noodles is also on the menu there.
You can't eat that.
And a dragon cocktail. Ooh, that sounds yummy.
It does. Dragonberry rum, white rum, lychee nectar, dragon fruit, and Chinese 5-spice syrups. Lime juice and house-made coriander. Coriander. They lose me there. I like coriander in certain things, but it doesn't sound like I'd like it in a drink. Well, I don't know. And then Paradise Garden Grill changes their menu.
Yes. Are they back open officially? Do you know?
They're not on the list of closures.
Okay.
So
they were closed when we were there. So
let me look and see if they are right now. Okay. I know looking ahead, they weren't on the list of closures.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not on the list for refurbishment today. So hopefully
back open again. So I'm curious what their menu is right now because it's not this yet, right? When does Lunar New Year start? We should know this.
I know we should, but
we don't.
Let me look it up really
But
quick.
they are going to have a collectible stainless steel tumbler available there that's Lunar New Year themed. A Mickey-shaped macaron straw clip.
Oh,
that could be fun.
It starts today.
Today.
Today's the day.
And a lotus flower glow cube. Surprise.
You can get 10 at this location.
10 per person per transaction.
You can also, but the Mickey-shaped straw clip, you could really zhuzh your wedding up with that.
Yeah, but you can only get 2 of those per person per transaction. It would take you a lot of trips.
Yes. And a lot of transactions.
I bet it's cute. I haven't seen a picture of that one yet. That might be a fun one.
Maybe that could be the bride and groom.
There you go.
They
get those on their little champagne glasses.
Everyone else gets the lotus flower.
The food looks fantastic. A pork banh mi sandwich. That sounds
I like
yummy.
banh mi. In fact, maybe I need to go get one. Where in town has a good banh mi?
I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't. And then the whole fish, I think they've had that one before. I've seen pictures of that whole fish. Mm-hmm. It's a lot if you're like me and you don't really want to see what your food looked like before you eat it.
I know. And I think
I can't handle bones in my food.
I think it's an Asian tradition.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But also I struggle with it.
I do a little bit too.
Yes.
Although I did in Cancun one time have a fantastic, I don't even remember what kind of fish it was, but they just deep fried the whole fish and the presentation was really cool and it was probably the tastiest fish I've ever had.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'll have to remember what kind of fish it was.
So maybe it's good if you eat it. Oh, it's $30. If you
it's for
family
2.
style for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. They also have if you eat it, let us know. A Korean style barbecue chicken.
That sounds yummy.
Mm-hmm. And shrimp lo mein there too.
Yeah, lo mein is always yummy. And then the bulgogi fried rice, which
is
sounds
plant-based.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Their plant-based offerings are usually pretty tasty.
I agree. And then their kids' meal, they have a Disney check meal for kids, which is a Korean style chicken. So that's kind of fun for kids.
Yeah.
They also have, they have a mango pudding. That sounds yummy. They have Uncrustables. So
good to know.
Yeah. And they also have yuja on the menu. Yuja.
I have a little tip for you. If your kid is only going to eat an Uncrustables, just bring them with you. Mm-hmm. Don't spend.
We took some with us.
$6.50.
We took some with us last year for the gumball rally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just bring your own. Put them in your bag frozen. They'll be ready to eat by lunchtime.
We should take some this next time, too. I like a good Uncrustable. I don't know why they taste good, though. And then there's a yuja. I don't know how to say this, guys. Yuja.
Makgeolli.
Sure. A citrus-flavored rice wine, soju, and a splash of Sprite.
So the tiger milk boba tea, I feel like they had that before, right? Didn't you try that one? Yeah,
I've had that
and
before.
you liked that one a lot.
I did. I like milk tea.
And this is at Paradise Garden still. Play in the Park thermo tumbler, and you get
there's a Pixar
fountain
Pals
beverage
one.
and a Pixar Pals travel mug,
which might be cute too.
Yeah,
I feel like they offer those a lot though.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's our glimpse into the Lunar New Year menu.
Yes.
Sorry, it was a little rough today. I don't know why.
It was fine. It was fun. We have a lot of fun reading the menus.
We have a lot of fun reading the menus.
Yes, they're delicious.
They are. If you're going to Disneyland anytime soon, try some of these offerings.
and let us know what you think. And this is your weekly reminder to follow us on Instagram at Ropedrop.Parkhop and on Facebook the same. And please go request to join our fun discussion group on Facebook called Rope Dropping and Park Hopping.
Can you imagine if this was someone's first episode tuning in?
It's like a fever dream.
Don't judge everything based on one episode, guys. Give us a chance.
We had like maybe 3 useful tips in there, though. Bring your own Uncrustables.
Bring all your friends to buy the lotus flowers.
Yes, get ready for your wedding. And I don't remember what the third tip was, but
go to your hotel if you need extended tickets.
There you go.
Don't even waste your time at the ticket booth.
Do not go to the ticket booth if at all possible.
And we will see you next week. What?
Leave us a review.
Leave us a review. Yeah, for sure. Leave us a review.
And go check out our Patreon. And now we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys.